Oh, hey, friends. Hey, happy Monday, beautiful people. I'm Kenesha B. McIntosh, your success strategist, certified life and business coach, and I'm so excited. It's April, friends, okay? It is the second quarter of 2018. We've got new goals. There are tons of opportunities, so much to get done. On top of that, it is the Success in 30 challenge. My challenge that I started for the month of April to help you succeed in the next 30 days. It's going to be something that's exciting. You're going to get goals out of the way. You're going to execute. It's going to be phenomenal. And I want you to tune in, okay? So not only should you be subscribed to my YouTube channel, but I want you to follow me on Instagram and my Facebook page, Kenesha B. McIntosh, so that you can stay up to date every single day on the things that I'll be saying. So let's talk about starting. It is so important to start at the beginning. So this month, I'm strictly focused on starting, and I have an acronym in place. It's SOAR, okay? SOAR stands for Start, Observe, Adjust, and Repeat. And that's all we're going to be doing all April, okay? Start, observe, adjust, and repeat. And this week specifically, we're talking about starting because it's the beginning. All right, so let's talk about it. There are a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind when it comes to starting. There are 4 things actually. I want you to focus on a mindset shift because that's what you'll have. I want you to focus on the research because that's what you're going to have to do. Okay, you have to focus on the starting power because I'll tell you about that in a bit. And increase and self-discipline. Okay, so those are the areas that we're going to focus on this week. These are the 4 steps that we're going to go through. The first is focused on the mindset shift because that's the hardest part. When it came to success for me, I think that was the most difficult part because I thought I knew it all. And then I had to find out that I don't. And that was really, really scary. So when it comes to the mindset shift, these are the things that you have to focus on. There are 3 shifts that I think that are the most important, are the largest to undertake. It's crazy. The first is, they're all hard truths, by the way. The first is that you'll never be ready to do anything that you're about to do. That's the first truth that I had to get through. The second is that you'll probably never have enough time. It's 24 hours in a day for everybody, and we still can't get through the whole day doing everything that we want to do. And the third is that you'll never have enough money. It won't happen. Even when you get that amount of money, you'll still need more for something else. So just learn that you'll never have enough time, that you'll never want to do it, and that you'll never have enough money. Once you can get through those hard truths, you'll literally put yourself in a position to get started, okay? So that's a part of the mindset shift, that you have to get into knowing that you'll never be ready to do any of this stuff. And it's difficult. It's really, really tough. I'm telling you, it's a stressor. But we're not going to worry about that. The focus on shifting the mind. So think about those things, get it through your head, and now forget all of that stuff and let's move on, okay? That was the shift right there if you didn't pick up on that. Okay, so after we have the mindset shift, it comes down to research. You have to research your goal. You have to see if there's resources out there that are going to help you, if there are people that you should be following or connected to, people you want to add to your network, people you should be talking to, events you might want to attend. All of those things are a part of your research. So whatever your goal is, it is your responsibility to research everything that has to do with it. So if I were to ask you a question pertaining to your goal, I'm going to need you to answer it. And if you can't answer it, I'm going to need you to be able to point me in the direction of somebody who can, because that's somebody that you're connected to. So that's when it comes to research, okay? You should know everything that there is about your goal. If your goal, for example, is to take a trip at the end of the year, I'm going to need you to know dates. I'm going to need you to know how much it costs. I'm going to need you to know all the areas that you might want to stay, all the things that you might want to do when you get there. All of that stuff comes down to the research portion of this, of the start, okay? So we've got our mindset shift. We have our research down packed. Now it comes down to starting power. So a truth of mine that I want to share is that motivation isn't really a thing. Okay, people can be motivated all the time and still not do anything, if that makes any sense. It comes down to momentum. And the only way to have momentum, to keep going when you're doing something, is to actually start doing it, right? Like a car doesn't keep going if it doesn't even get started. So you have to understand that you need to put your foot on the gas and you need to go first, okay? And once you go, you will keep going, okay? As long as you keep your foot on the gas, you're going to keep moving. That is the truth, okay? So when it comes to starting power, the thing to focus on is just having momentum. Just go and then keep going. And one of the ways that I suggest that you do that is to work around your brain, work around your thoughts, and be disciplined. And what I mean by that is anytime that I struggle at doing something, or anytime that I have a goal that's a large goal or anything like that, I just break it down into mini goals or mini sessions or mini parts of the goal. For example, if my goal is to work out for an hour during the day, I might not work out for 60 whole minutes. It might just be too much for me to grasp at the time. So what I'll do is I'll break it down into 10-minute sessions, just 6 times a day. Okay, and people will say, oh, that's not enough, that's not enough. And it might not be enough right then and there, but it's all that I have. So whatever your goal is, I encourage you to take 5 to 10 minutes and just work on it. Just do increments of work. And at the end of the day, if you do 5 to 10 minutes of work and you do it for a few hours, you will have accumulated enough time during that day to say, okay, you know what, I crushed a whole goal. And I'm not asking you to multitask. I'm asking you to just focus little bits of time so that at the end of the day, those minor moves have a major impact, okay? So when you look back on your day, you could be like, okay, all day I actually did things that are going to lend to me accomplishing my goal. That is really, really important because sometimes we're too busy. There's a lot going on, and you don't have it all the time. You don't want to do it, okay? And it's okay. That's totally fine. But if you can break it down into those 5-10 minute increments, you'll be able every hour to just keep going. And maybe you'll do 20 minutes. Maybe you'll do 30. I don't know what that looks like, but just start small, okay? Remember, minor moves make a major impact. And the fourth thing that we're going to focus on when it comes to starting is the increase. So taking that little incremental work block that we just spoke about, next step is to increase the time. So instead of it being 5 to 10 minutes, maybe it's 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe it's 30 to 60 minutes. Whatever that looks like for you, start for a few days doing just the 5 to 10 minutes every day, every hour, and then you're going to increase that and say by Wednesday, right? You should have like 20 to 30 minutes. And at the end of the week, you will have crushed so many goals doing that. You will not have noticed that you didn't procrastinate, like you weren't tired of doing it. You're like, man, I bust this down and I didn't even realize that. And then you'll be inspired to keep going. That's where that momentum, that's where that starting power comes in. It'll push you, and then you'll be motivated to do this the week after that, the month after that, and even next year, right? We'll keep this going. So let us reflect on today and this week. We're focused on SOAR this month, okay? Start, observe, adjust, and repeat. Specifically this week, we're talking about starting, okay? When it comes to starting, we talked about the mindset shift. We talked about research. We talked about the starting power, and we talked about increase. So all you're going to do this week is focus on the mindset shift, getting those hard truths out the way, and then you're going to do your research when it comes to your goal. After that, you're going to dedicate incremental time blocks, 5 to 10 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, every single day, multiple times a day, not just once, but multiple times a day, working towards your goal. And then after that, you're going to increase. That's the focus this week, friends. I hope that this helps. I know it's going to. Again, follow me on social media, Instagram and Facebook. Kenesha B. McIntosh is the handle. And I want you to use the hashtag #SuccessIn30. If you have any questions, you want to reach out to me at anything, please feel free to do so. I cannot wait to focus this whole month on just the Success in 30 challenge. Next week, we're going to talk about observe. I'll talk to you about everything that has to do with observing your goals and observing all the changes and the challenges and the struggles. It's going to be amazing. So stick around, friends. I hope you have an amazing week. It's been a great, great time. I'll see you soon. Peace.